Abusiafo na bi multimedia eso na wo hwe. Munu abema datana boache na motimi nka no. Ene me saka opening kese bi a kwabre ha de kwabre east usi won na se o hwehwe na chi enya yira kwan kora. Odimu e wo ha sei. Ntime kɔ na nkyɛn na kodi nkɔmɔ. Yenya nim sɛ nyame ya adom a bosumi mu eye didi kan no January 31st abato ebekɔso for NPP primaries no. Na mpanifo maako enum na agina nya opon ada roma ede ya baako na nyame ya adoma obidi MPP nanim ede wona akɔbɔhye asase no so 2028 anu nti opani otimi nsa bonkun so yi otu ne ho asi wo se ono de obo support ya pa Dr. Maud Baumia na wodi ne ho adanse pa ede akere wiase ene Ghana fa na nyina enkan ne MPP delegate anu nti mekɔ ne nkyɛn na me na kodi nkɔmɔ papa ya wakaba
Meyoso na what is it?
Orma kuma dalo ma me ho ye pa na ene e ma wo hwa se me no enya this encounter say e bedi enkomo atwe nkomo ne nyina ye Ghana ye yi o yomunti na ene mabo apinu no papa ma adofo ehu din e bia me waka na makoti ene udibre ene udibre awo so aha
Medasi. Okay, so me din the chairman Frederick Ajimai Mensa.
Okay.
In Primaries, me constituency chairman. Emma the New Patriotic Party of Kwabri East.
Wow.
Constituency. Inti me didn't know, me role no politically. I have other things I do aside politics, but this discussion is a political discussion, and we'll keep it as such.
What I say, but back when there was or a lawyer, a lawyer who is nim dia wo eye amonyosem no ekwa ni mu anu nti wo hye na bia na wo emfane ni agwa papa sisi an wa pa se obedi eye Dr. Maud Baumia achi abone ho dawo pa amanya me ya adom a abato ye kɔ no premise no wadi nkunim ade na wo hu wo papa ni mu a ema wo tu ho kye se wo personally so obedi na chi
Medas nana ma me fa kwanya so na me nchia obi a woti anase wo hwe
sure
be bia ni pakro wo bia na me sanchia kwabre na no matena nkonya asofo ya papa imam ne nkramofo panimfo ni pa wo kwabre nyina
wow
most especially MPP delegates
sure
wo kwabre na maka ne say wi no ansa na me yi wasem na no ma me san put you on record straight said the kind nipa 5 memman kantin kanum
easy
ena akofa form
wow
one thing is say nipa no nyina ye MPP for
sure
well qualified vetted omunyina men of statutes omunyina obi abobra omunyina obi awo ewo eniso adi hunu edi buman
okay
but yenko nyina ba ko ne ego yin
sure
na nke ya tunu mu bia nke meto obi ba ko because they are all astute politicians
sure
but ba ko pe ene ye pe esa say ba ko pe ne ye pe nti papa wase bia na o kan blofu bi o say when all men are standing one is always outstanding.
True, pa.
It is just a standing one that we are looking for.
All right.
In as much as all of them are standing.
Okay.
And no, me ankasa minim die mu, me nyansa mu, politician hunu kakra me wemu, ma doso mu ehu say Dr. Maud Baumia is the most outstanding among all the 5.
Okay.
Imagine.
Sure.
I'm sure say you may be entitled to your opinion, but me no. And no nkyere say omo maka no. And from one no nsem fata baby. So the medical can you pay 1 out of 5.
Sure.
The 5 thing that correct kra na opem back.
Sure.
Nti esieko. Na ohe papa Baumia. Ma men kan ho asem kakra. Papa yi na ne ho asem me ka ama ya yennim yehu. Yes, we are doing politics, but I teach into you.
Sure.
I will not distort any facts.
No.
I'll put it as it is because no be obeti be a politician, be a student, be a OT research.
Sure.
Oman Penny Kufo and discover Dr. Alhaji Maud Baumia. Not Nana Kufo said be making it look no.
Okay.
Dr. Baumia was discovered by former President, His Excellency John Ejekun Kufuor.
Okay.
Before Mampeni Kufuor ebe fra Bengwa no, na Dr. Bawumia eye Bank of Ghana.
Oh yeah.
O Mampeni Kufuor bae no, nana menim umfie wedi. Say the early days of President Kufuor.
Sure.
The biggest question I hate Kufuor's presidency was whether Ghana should go HEPEC or not to go HEPEC. So HEPEC is what you say. Highly indebted poor nations.
Sure.
Or poor countries. O Mampeni Kufuor fa Ghana Bengwa na eka adokro o meyi said that Bosumi bia no sika se e pejere ko tuya kan wa hwa menye campaign tuya Ghana foka. Nti ne wa kwanya say ye be declare international community say afei the Ghana jatu mu say eka adokro ye se somoro. Ntimi ntuya ka. Ntimi aye de mu ka no ye stremo mo ma breathing space. That's what the HEPEC meant.
Wow.
Again, Obia Nani Fi and now every student of history. To say that time Mampeni Kufuor cabinets, about 17 member cabinets, all of them except one was against HEPEC. Almost say
wow.
So about catch my man for say you can't document it mean to it's embarrassing. It's demeaning. It will destroy the name and the image of Ghana. Papa Kufuor so atwa ba no so hwa. Bosumi na mokasa nkwa bosumi no wu a onyes ka kwantu adwuma foka. And you know, the president at that time was between the devil and the deep blue sea. According to President Kufuor, a international program be with the governor of the Bank of Ghana. That time about me, no a special assistant to the governor.
Wow.
In fact, research assistant to the governor.
Wow.
It's governor no so ne Kufuor kono of about me can hold the coin. Omo ye ntiemu no nkomodie no ekoso no so den karisa asa we akola
kan kra
ba ohwede abofo no kan ohwede nkomo no ekono na emwa Ghana and o catch the boss say nkomo ya mudi I can do a presentation to salvage the image of Ghana.
Wow.
Nti governor ne President Kufuor kan ho asem and o mesa and o prepare the next day o mo Kufuor kan so mo kwan. According to President Kufuor, presentation na papa no be make that day no unya standing ovation among everybody there. And what na President Kufuor papa no for the first time.
And na ye abemu no.
This was around 2000 and 2001 to the early stages. Yes.
Sure. Okay.
So President Kufuor took very much interest in him because he was a very young man in his 30s.
Wow.
Very young man. Into Mbefi, no, President Kufuor took particular interest. To be or the governor Kasa, will be now Abrante, no, opinion. And every opinion the gentleman placed on the table was a valid opinion.
Chama, na me so na meka manfo ka say oba mu nche I think say Nansia na Kufuor do ebe ya no.
Never ho.
Otun sa frɛ no.
Never ho.
Na say Kufuor time the next.
Me can be see ho, never ho.
Wow.
Eti President Kufuor used him. In fact, it's on record to have said, say, President Kufuor time, redenomination of the city.
Sure.
This gentleman championed the exercise.
Wow. And Kufuor the fans.
Kufuor was a president.
Sure.
He was a president. Whenever this one, no, Papa about this one.
Sure.
Eti redenomination, one of the greatest achievements of the Kufuor administration.
Wow.
And the suggestion and the hard work.
Wow.
At the time, deputy governor position be down pine no. Now go no, raise assistant go no. No, Benin Kufuor say Abrante adwuma wo ye die except for deputy governor no. One check so ye NDC ni, so ye NPP ni, so ye CPP ni. He look at the guy's contribution.
Wow.
By that time no, that guy also fall in love for the president and the system. Ghana, you started your political history, there was no party called NDC. I'm not fulfilled for that new party.
Okay.
And to make my trace so be every party women buy. But where you end is what matters.
Sure.
Now in 2006 was when he got appointment as a deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Wow.
Which was a political appointment. So it means at that time, no MPP appointed as a deputy governor of Bank of Ghana.
Sure.
It's a case President Kufuor ne ba o me ba ya yen kasa no ne ba Bank of Ghana bon ne ba policy time no NDC ni NDC am appointment we are
Sure.
and Sekufo appointed him deputy governor in 2006.
Wow.
Fast forward. Oyinajuma as deputy governor. Time man peniko for ebe 2008 na Kufuor step in na omo pe running mate no komodidie na ni be PM. Now obia hu adwuma papa na ye over the years this gentleman fits for that job. Now onye expose MPP near ye nimu no.
Yeah, because obondi na obia
that time. Now onye expose MPP near ye nimu no.
Sure.
Ba onim ewiase destiny changer biya or a new person.
What has that?
No destiny changer stays in the house.
Joseph.
Yes, he comes from outside to come and change destiny.
Sure.
And papa nya nomination.
Okay.
Onim obi na go deputy governor. Ghana one of the most premium appointment a governor of Bank of Ghana. Now go do deputy ni dey na nka e den ya. Obi do governor because that no 40 something years.
Sure.
The cast of pay me running mate no. Me that yes me the governor. Me janko running mate na ye. Do you know or any no ho. That time na area young ne masusa.
Wow.
Okay, sad many na. It's still very young. Na me koye die me koyi. Na nkoye yie na election nkoye yie. Me ma de be die.
E hon so
abo. But that time na some kind say, "Ono papa ase we run ni kan wasem o." O say, "Otena ase dwi hu say, baby a wadu say see you so deputy governor, say MPP anka we nya." So he can't turn his back on the party.
Wow. That's Wakai. Yes, that's
Wakai. On the Wakai. So you're in general as research assistant. You're raising now to deputy governor.
Wow.
And you know he will sacrifice for the party.
Wow.
And or the position, or the market, on one future, the career, and everything. No, say I will support the party.
Wow.
You call election for and Twitter. So the first thing I will ask myself is, hey, my fear has come to pass.
My mistake is.
What I say? He's a doctor with a PhD.
Sure.
And to compare with what Chad or Chad Muna this bank, ADB, African Development Bank. As I go find a Oxford, if I saw make mine because the PhD he's in banking and finance.
Wow.
Oh, papa, yeah, Juma, established and the boss has friend, yes, I collection demo. Hey. What if one hammering? Again, he sacrificed.
Wow.
Okay. If I was that time, the boss will ADB and say, you have a future to becoming the governor of this bank.
Wow.
To dog the politicians. Also, no. Maybe I'm not doing a MPP in the do Don't pep assistant. Let me go support them.
Wow.
He came. Or by election. That was 2012. And 2012, young people win elections. No?
Oh, yeah.
But never in favor. If you are many and hobby and then maybe booty eyeing. It's okay. But yeah, it's okay. Evidence I want. We'll take it to courts.
Oh, yeah.
Me a flag bearer, a set team. And the papers thing na pink sheet thing na go. See a courts. Afe, your filing process thing na you know. Na your MPP ni lawyer bia. Obetimi agina box mu. No face NDC phone.
Chama. But you know mama. Hona sabi a chairman for we adwen me kura titi say a chairman adwen. At that time no. Ni emranimfo e we party nim. Say betimi akogina adaka mama.
Good question. MPP for your pride, you say we are party of lawyers.
In fact,
but that time the lawyers need than him. Umi nedwane.
Upia bontia.
They are not ready.
Chama menka some upia bontia say ya. Obia ye na so kan or say MPP for the book law.
And I'm making lawyer for party. Lawyer for party. And do sabre no hu. Wow. Ufre we ya my busy. Ufre we ya meniasi. Ufre we ya mitukwa. Akese ni nyina totoye. Ye hu bia.
Wow.
If I got to a point, the flag bearer was almost getting frustrated to stop the court process. So eventually, because near me saying this day, then you the chachuchi kata, and the baby face here.
Also, a chairman.
Me a lawyer ni.
Wow.
Ghana chachuchi didn't so lawyer. When we talk about lawyers in Ghana, that's why NDC ni. He heavyweight in law.
Wow.
Supreme Court just wanted to maybe any students. Oh yeah, heavyweight in law. And to win to me, in fact, baby, I'm going to judge. Afa na eya ni mguase na enye obia no. Dr. Baumia no call rounds here research no eya bibia na nkomo po bia enye obia na. Eno na. Se enye obia I'll do the job.
No, you're lawyer. That time.
Onye lawyer ni. Asema mbisa no say. No lawyer no say unim. Oye lawyer. Miss me mathematician. On can law, I'll speak maths.
Wow.
Because paper no accounting also figures now also.
Sure.
It's yenye obia I'll face him. Sabre no na nkofo bi so mo citizens of the party. Where were they?
Eno ni asem no.
Yes, so this anko akwadwane we da odise me dwane ye na kwabekon.
In fact, any easy. I know could Jinam Emma NPP at that time.
They see quote what the live TV. We saw some.
Sure.
Papa ne can law na about me and Tiasia no account say you and I were not there.
Sure.
So let's do the account on the paper.
So be a new hobby.
Because finish station anyhow. Let me swing you. The feel buy any. It's a heavy panel. You mun kunta.
Wow.
Let's
only mla, miss me maths.
And one. It's on the mathematics. In the way that time MPP BR felt say it was a good time to be an MPP member. It was a pride time to be an MPP member. Sure. The man showed experience and skills in courts.
Sure.
No young winning case no, but MPP BR was proud.
Even it in the court to cram puno.
And look, the court to no decision no na me win 2016.
Wow.
They made a lot of changes in our electoral system.
Wow.
And no, in the day. A new policy by ya.
Sure.
A boy me went to 2016. Sabre no Ghana MPP now board Dr. Baumia Basuma man for do mama to no man you know.
We can't pa.
Nti eba fe eba na say ye petu minti. Eti papa ko ya wi anu ina yi. Ni boss anyina ama. Ye ko 2016 ni boss aka say bra me ne won ne besan akobiem.
Wow.
But me in the history of Ghana is the first person and the only person candidate keeping consistent on opposition twice, vice president twice.
Sure. Ebinsi.
This is the history of Dr. Baumia.
Wow.
There can letter this.
In fact, abusan for yesia de, se na me kan no, and na me nsa aka Kwabi East NPP chairman and any din komo no. Abusan, baby edu enye easy. This year no wahu bio of Dr. Baumia. Acquire of fast so be NPP ni. Ebi out if you also buy or fence or buy munche and we are barefoot. So I say. And before I simply say, or the shank acquire the edwane. And maybe do ye nanky here at the share for some could you come be in one of my unity. Then town there were lawyers I couldn't for a cashier. Now so much my the ambijamu. Papa ya no, Uzia law. Would my prayer friend or saying could you come crown could come. Nanso. Ndim diemu ne nyansem mu ne sua hunu no kogina dekam ema Ghana nyina NPP fo nyina ebogene so at that time me kai pa me yire mfi papa yento aso sesia no wayuti in fact you say democracy word ne yewo no ebia ebeye manfo adwen bi say NPP chairman Kwabi East ni kwataka yi wanim sa nso nanim de wahu enti ama wayi wanim say obo support Dr. Baumia at this time. Why come baby? Dear he pa na wo e do akoma so a e ma wutimi yi hu se no e wo se me de memfa me ho nshim e ma Dr. Baumia mo we ni primaries.
Now me da say me ka enema analyze ya me do decision ya e does no, but I will settle down on three
major three. Yeah,
the first one is the political history of Ghana and the NPP.
Wow.
Second one, papa no, dear why? Third one,
nice one.
Now, I'm breaking down. I mentioned the political history of Ghana and the NPP. Ghana ya bakwa semno. And the NPP ya bakwa semno. Ubia ni wakwa abangwa so wana sakana.
No.
Ensin so.
True pa.
Ensin so. Ya me ya analogy bi say. So ojina he say oton mango. Na wakwa akoma dan ko fa mango ne. Waton ya nto. Anayato ansa. Adecha na pass me hwe egu me ko fa nka. Which businessman in his normal wisdom would do that?
So Tomani say we.
I saw Tomani settle on fast we.
What I say.
Now the person ko fa nka na se kwadua.
Sir.
So no, if you are Dr. Baumia, he's more exposed, he's more marketed, or you're more assertive and accessible. In fact, he is the most prepared.
Wow.
Another one.
Okay.
2. I mentioned Nema Waye.
Sure.
Let me put all in one summary. Ghana how being semi-vice president. What year do you must talk about me?
Yeah, I have forwarded you for more question. No.
Obi ma me vice president. What Ghana ha? What year do you animal? Our the policies and programs about me.
Wow.
Have you seen some? At least Fourth Republic here.
Oh yeah, who the corner the baby?
Have you seen some? It is a what demystify the office of the vice president now. It means the office of the president is something you can do easily.
Sure. Because I never be on ma in the term of
remember, talk about me own. You can field finance, banking.
Sure. We reading the bio now.
But him or big vice president no. The president of the day who had the mandate and the power, as I said in Yema, he gave the finance aspect to somebody else.
Wow.
Ghana mra emma vice president adwuma bi anye. Yes, and the boss amani bi. Etu ya vice president now boss ama adwuma. Ubani na musa kokofu football ah unya pass na 20 minutes na so.
That 4 years last one.
Yes.
Wow.
Papa na to know say okay. If somebody is doing the finance job, let me put the country on a digital highway. Putting the country on a digital highway affect every sector of the economy. Every sector. Mama, typical example. Me empty. Kabo first boso me so na masma kwabrane no ko ECG. No ko sunlight. No ko to light bill.
Sure.
Now I sit on my phone and pay me to be. Use my phone pat me to come baby.
E dey kwa samia me na meto.
What you say? But until Dr. Bamia came, we didn't know that.
Oh yeah, because me kai e ba abo say okudila wa bonten yeah announcement.
Absolutely.
Omaba ECG for.
So for me, sadia no yenhu ni say eyesika. By nyama ama ye hwan ha ye nipa na se ka mesoma no kes ka no ko se me na me kwa nka me fuel time na ko waste ho queue no come.
Wow.
Doctor can say Ghana for we have taken it for granted. Or say when ne papa ewu no mo pe moja watermali moja ni fra crab be papa ne wu. That was his inspiration for the medical drones.
Sure. I was a man for the one dance here.
What I say, you have somebody who can think like this outside the box. Open them.
Wow.
So for me, or demonstrate that when I vice president, they say, or capable, or the human being who say, Papa no ah. A human young farmer no po no etim ko fa a year ma esoba. Now third one, ni see hu. The niso adi hu na dwe dan chim. So ben doctor now doctor be hu come you realize that he's somebody who think way above his peers.
Wow.
He think way above his peers. Doctor is ahead of the generation.
There's a be injury and on do
he was sure they were he's ahead.
Wow.
Man, I've gotten the opportunity to interact with him on few occasions.
Wow.
And so I would love to talk to him most of the time.
No,
yes.
Nice one.
So, the campaign now, the campaign now, compared to the others campaign.
And come back. Na me nyamma that side ko say na no come video bi e kan say e NPP for. And say ba sisi ano ye twitwa boy ho. Na ye twitwa ye nkrofo 19 edidi atem e we campaign ye mu a. Sisi e fa na say wo na wo di me opponent atem na say me odi matem say me wini a. E bi na e ka bo ma ayedai ama nyame ya do ma 2028
Definitely.
And nti ya de a matrans analysis say no. Enka bitimi a obi e wo kwa bonte ko ka asem bia no de manenye fair me for the at the day biam.
That's right.
And we say na wo ka no me na wote.
That's right. Enti sane mani na hora. You look at the personality na ujina ho no.
Sure.
Na hora ne nsema oka. But unfortunately, men kasa Ghana for. MPP for.
Sure.
We have reduced our leadership selection to religion and tribe. Unfortunately. What say ene? Me no ka say ene. For the first time in the history of the New York, Kremunya winning mayor.
Sure.
Today. Did you see that?
Wow.
they did not look at the person's religion, they look at the person's capabilities.
The qualities.
The qualities.
The bit me
Absolutely.
In fact, I me bana me share ya mampeni Mahama ne bayo kakra. Why not na? He said, me ntia say adinti na ba omi ade. Yem pese and I say e dey say say no. Yentimi man be the president.
What do me alcohol there, my mainland? So, again, I'll take you back on history.
Sure.
The first president of Ghana was Kwame Nkrumah. No free. Nzima Homesen. We are a small minority.
People.
For Kwame Nkrumah to change.
Sure.
As Kwame Nkrumah was Prime Minister Buzia. Buzia no fuenchi. Ebunu for Homesen. Liman ever the president. Liman over here. Homesen. From Sister Law saying Homesen.
Wow. Sure.
I'm saying my trap because those.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
From there, yeah, Papa Rollins. From Water region. How many are they? Let's make us a nipa baby man penny okuma ofi tribe nipa ukaka e president Kufo.
Sure. One day true.
How many now from minority size? But Ghana is a unitary country. We don't look at the new beef.
The
MPPs has become, excuse me for my language, so stupid that we have reduced our campaign to where people come from. Pardon my French. But you see, we need to be serious.
Sure, this time.
We need to be serious. It's not making some politics. But because yes, they mean control. This information I'm giving out, you can go research on them, you can get them.
Sure.
Ghana yabakwa sem sa enetie. It may be free, so free minority tribe mu, so free whatever tribe mu, so for whatever tribe mu. For me, it doesn't come into the argument one bit. What do you use to free?
And so by
Jesus,
about for
Jesus free. Some small village man or somewhere.
As a buyer,
and then he's a global icon. His own so it doesn't matter where you are coming from. What matters is the capabilities. You see who are the best.
Wow. Chairman, but that's it. Now, me say, no, you go so the papa ba obetimi aye. In fact, say when ya akonya in the dim commodity, then ya wakidi actually and say wahu and son na o boss say obednechi. Say no. A debe na ma MPP delegate ehu. Say yem fa we nse Dr. Ba wo miamu. Na me aduna say ye to abama no be kandifo a obetimi aye aboa ye yentimamfo.
Me that's it. Hwe party ni gina bia party room CCA. And the media academy person making. And I'm speaking to party ma, Ghana for in general, the MPP and their delegates. Okay. One thing that Dr. has said, and then I did the major problem Akufo-Addo administration had was the gap between government and party. There was a wide gap between the government and the party. Dr. Wabia has said, and only number one priority to bridge that gap because party in the war bang.
Without a party,
abaning no. It will not create that big gap between the party and Abana. When you start the party, I don't know the abaning Guasi.
Sure.
And nothing about because the gap between the party and the government was too wide. That's the first Dr. Wabia was speaking about. He would try and bridge that gap and was started. So your delegates.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I'm second.
I mean, no, delegates be our one people. Last elections are going. From be a motofili be a delegate.
Wow.
That's why I asked whether you're a delegate. You know,
wow.
He paid for it.
Sure.
Obi and tough of no utia. Emma Obia. If I'm not changing, Dr. Babia has introduced the party has introduced an ID system, a biometric ID system. Again, he paid for it.
My family,
Doctor paid for all of us.
Wow.
It means ope party ni ye yo, ope delegacy ye yo, say you identify you. It is sad name is telling you, say Dr. Bamia, you willing and able, say he will bring the party closer to government.
When you say a big name card, not some for